S2000. I'm running a 12-inch miter saw, a stove, 3 fans, crock pot, a charger, lights, and a TV. I don't need to overload this thing because it's doing everything I need to do. Today I'm going to be talking about the AllPowers S2000 portable power station. We're going to put it through some tests. I'm even going to try to see if I can heat this 2,000 square foot space that I'm in right now, put it to some fans, and add it to a lot of different other appliances to see if this box is right for you. We'll be talking about everything that's going on in the front with what you can and can't plug in. We'll talk about the handles and the accessories that actually come with the portable power station itself. You're going to receive your warranty claim papers, other components. I'm going to show you what's inside that bag in just a second, and a bag for a cover for the actual power station itself. So if you were going out to a mud puddle or you were camping out or whatever, that would be nice to have. Pop this open, pull this down, it's still protected on the bottom. This feels like pretty nice quality. It actually has the bottom on it that's got, I think that's probably even waterproof or something. It feels pretty nice, but it's cool that they include this with it because probably going to be using this box if you go camping. Inside this pouch, you're going to get 3 components. If they would come out of here, cooperate with me. Trying to do a video, man, come on. This is for your 12 volt that hooks into your XT60. We would put this into your vehicle, and this goes into that if you want to charge that way. I think that takes anywhere from 10 to 12 hours to do a full charge. This is your MC4 to XT60. You can go up to 400 watts of input power, which can charge this in 3 hours. The AC power outlet, so you plug this into the back of the unit, plug it into the wall. That charge takes up to 4 hours. But if you did a charge between the two at the same time, you could charge this unit in as little as 1.6 hours. On the front, we have 4 AC outputs. We have a DC 12 volt DC. We're gonna have 2 Type C USBs and 4 regular USBs. This is to turn on and off your Bluetooth. This is to turn on and off your AC outputs, and your DC outputs is right here. I'll show you how to turn those on and off in just a second. Your XT60 is here, your input for charging. Now to turn off your Bluetooth, you don't just press it. You gotta press and hold. And same thing for the AC, press and hold. For DC, you can tap it, which is, I thought, kind of strange, but tap it, turn it on. This one, you can tap all you want to turn it on, it won't turn it on. Gotta tap and hold. Fans will kick on for a minute, then they'll kick off. Then, same thing with the Bluetooth. Tap all you want, won't turn on, tap and hold. And that's the basic rundown of how easy this unit is to operate. I think anybody can do it, to be honest with you. I like that it has these nice sturdy handles because you can really get in there and jerk the hell out of it and you're not going to destroy it. It's got a cool top on it. I don't know if you can see it, but it reflects the light perfectly. I really like the way the unit looks. As far as the charging station itself, the designers did a great job with it. And not to say that's why you should buy it, but it's a plus. If you had 2 units around the same cost that provided the same thing and one looked better than the other, I'm going with the one that looks best. The overall weight of this is 32 pounds and the dimensions are roughly 15 by 10 by 10. So it's not oversized in any stretch of imagination, especially considering that this provides 2,000 watts and 4,000 watts of surge power. Claims on the battery is that it can last for 10 years. So they claim that you'll do roughly 1,000 cycles over a 10-year period. And the BMS, the battery management system, that's going to protect you from short circuits, over voltage, overloading, over discharging, overheating, overcharging, reverse charging, and overcurrent. I think I've covered enough of the specifications on the box. I know you guys want to see this thing actually performing in real life, so let's go put it in some real life scenarios and see how it performs. In my first test, I'm gonna be checking to see if this power station can run the pellet stove and the TV at the same time. Although the TV is not important, I just want to use multiple AC outlets at the same time to see if that works. But it is very important that we're able to keep this space heated during the winter, so we don't want it to fall below freezing. And this is where we could plug the pellet stove into the power station and the power station into the wall. And if we have an outage, then at least we can run the pellet stove to heat our space. So let's see if we can run the pellet stove and the TV at the same time, use two outlets, and see how that works out for us. First, we'll unplug the pellet stove and we'll bring it over here and put it into the box. We need to turn it on. So we want to turn the AC, click and hold. And this is starting to use 288 watts. Now, while we're at it, we want to fire that TV up. So we'll come over here, unplug this one. Now we want to turn the TV on, which now we have power and this, and we're at 441 watts. So everything's firing up. We're using 493 watts there, 500, I see the max. That'll take a minute for the pellets to come on and actually get a flame. And I'll be honest with you right now, this is kind of a stupid test because we're in the middle of summer, but I want to know if we can power multiple things and how much power can we actually consume through that power box. So we're maxing at 549, it looks like right now. And you can probably hear the pellets, or at least see the pellets dropping into the hopper, and it's starting to ignite. And if you're gonna watch one guy on YouTube, that's the guy you wanna watch. He's really good at what he does. Here we got the TV running and a pellet stove that's gonna heat my shop here. That's test number one. Now let's see if we can run some fans. It's true that I don't know how to have just one tool of each type. I have to have multiples. That's just kind of what I do. But here we have a 30-inch heavy-duty shop fan. Down there we have two 24-inch fans, and we're gonna power them all on and see how much energy consumption we use. And I'm gonna turn them on full blast. So this one's first, it's gonna get kind of loud. This one runs right around 272 watts on full blast. Next, we'll turn that one on. Now we'll turn this one on. It's on high also. That's awesome that I can run 3 fans, and I'm only running around 500 watts. We need to add some more stuff to this. I want to really get it up there close to that 2,000 watts and maybe even test over 2,000 watts to see if that surge works. So let's see if I can turn my 12-inch sliding miter saw into a battery operated saw. I'm not sure this is gonna work. So we got 1,251 watts. So let's see what happens when we start making some cuts. Right now, maybe it is gonna work. It works, but it's not like plugging it into an outlet. I could use it. I don't know how many cuts I can make with it, but that's a good alternative if the power goes out and I need to continue to work. I've yet to test a portable power station that would run this saw. So right now, pretty good. But that right there is a really good cut. And in this test, we're testing 2 freezers that are full of food, and we're only using 125 watts right now. This is a good protection because even though we have a solar system, we don't have any battery backup system. So we can use this as our battery backup. If we plug this into that socket from this right here, This will act as a pass-through. So that would be powered. It would be passing through to power these two freezers. But if the power went out, then this box would kick on and protect the food that we have in the freezers. And that's probably the #1 reason that I want to have a portable power station around at all times. And I have 2 more things I need to do. I need to run this completely dead and do a recharge and test how long it takes it to recharge from an AC outlet. And then I want to overload it and see if we can get over that 2,000 watts. You actually got to put a lot of stuff on this to get over 2,000 watts. And what's the most logical way that I can think of to run this down? Use a hairdryer. Now to end the video, I want to talk about the pass-through. I mentioned it when I was talking about the freezers, but I want to show you that in action. So what I'm going to currently try to do is overload it, and I'm going to use the pass-through. I'm going to get close to overloading, I think, because I have the 3 fans that I ran earlier. I'm going to be charging this 5 amp hour Milwaukee battery. I have a crock pot up here. I'm going to turn all 3 of these on high. I'm going to start the stove. I'm going to turn these lights on. I'm going to have the TV on. That's a lot of equipment to be running on one box. And then I'm going to turn off the breaker, and we're going to see if we can see a flicker or anything happen when the time the electricity goes off to the box switches over to the power coming from this now. Currently we have it plugged into a plug, power's coming over, and it's charging called through a pass-through. Now the auto switch happens when the breaker's cut or the power gets cut. I want to see how that works. Actually, I'm getting hot, so let's turn on the fans. They're all on high. Let's turn on the crock pot. They're all on high. The battery's already charging. Let's turn on 3 lights. And now, let's see where we're at. We're at 1,045 watts. Let's get a little crazy and turn on the stove. Right now we're at 1,320 watts. That's a lot of equipment to be running off of one power station. As soon as the stove starts to fire up and it starts to ignite that flame and turns those blowers on, then I'm going to turn the breaker off. And I can actually turn off that plug by going down here and tripping it right there from a test function. Now I'm going to trip the GFCI. It's off, the red light's on. We didn't even get a flicker. There is no power. Everything that you see running is running off of that box. 1,400 watts. I'm not sure if you would ever run 3 fans, a pellet stove, a charger, lights, a TV, and 3 heating pots for a crock pot all at the same time, and I still haven't overloaded this yet. Maybe I need to add in my saw. 1,149 watts. When I click this, that should probably trip. What the hell? We didn't get over 2,000. I'm running a 12-inch miter saw, a stove, 3 fans, crock pot, a charger, lights, and a TV. I don't need to overload this thing because it's doing everything I need to do. I don't even have enough space because I'm going to trip it, whether I need to or not. My charger would be the #1 thing to take off. Okay, I'm at 1472, so I'm going to hit this one. There's 2,000. I'm going to hit this one. Come on. 21. 22. That's amazing. I can't, with these type of tools, I can't even trip it. So, hey, That's good enough for me. If you wanted to try to trip, I know you can, you just gotta get the right tools to do it, but the stove's starting to get hot in here. We're in the middle of summer. I don't know why I got a stove on. I actually like this portable power station right here. I think this is probably the appropriate size if you were looking to go camping or you're RVing or you just want a general backup for your house. This is a good size unit to start with. I'm not real big on going down to the 500 watts and 700 watt units that a lot of these competitors are selling, and even AllPowers sell those. But this styling on this one is fantastic. I really like it, and I would recommend this product. I did a little charging with the AllPowers solar panel as well. That's a 100 watt solar panel, and the model number on that is SP027. I'll leave links in the description below for everything I'm going over today on this unit here and on that solar panel itself. If you're interested in maybe getting a power station or a solar panel, you might want to check those out. And I appreciate you hanging out with me to the end of the video. If you found anything helpful, be sure to smash the thumbs up button. It really does help me out a lot. I hope to see you in my next project.